Evangelization is not something for which Catholics are well known, but a new initiative of the Church is designed to change that a bit. Beginning in October, the Catholic Church worldwide will begin celebrating the Year of Faith. Chuck Alfano, a parishioner of Saint Mary's Parish in Hampden, was uniquely inspired to promote the Year of Faith. Chuck spearheaded the organization of a local day-long conference that is taking place this month to give this special year a head start. Terry Hegarty sat down with Chuck and reports now on why he felt so compelled to share his faith.
He's a man with big plans who's been inspired to share the Catholic faith in a big way. Chuck Alfano of Saint Mary Parish in Hampden plans to help the Catholic Church kick off the Year of Faith that begins next month. In keeping with the Year of Faith's theme of evangelization, Chuck has organized a day-long conference, something he hopes will inspire thousands in the greater Springfield area to live out their faith more fully and become closer to God and to the Catholic Church.
What I'm most conscious of over the past few years is my belief in my faith, my belief in prayer, my belief in the Eucharist. And those are probably the two most important things in your faith. And today, a lot of people go to church, but they don't believe that Jesus Christ is alive and well in the tabernacle, and he is. And you receive him every week, and you're in him and he's in you.
Chuck, who lives in Enfield, is spearheading an effort to present a conference entitled Preparing for the Year of Faith and a New Evangelization. The gathering is set to take place September 22nd at Springfield's Symphony Hall. Chuck says he's hoping to fill the 2,500-seat venue. Conference presenters include Jesuit Father Mitch Pacwa, Sister of St. Joseph Jane Morrissey, Jeff Cavins, Dr. Marcelino D'Ambrosio, and Patrick Madrid.
They all have appeared on TV, EWTN and other stations, but they all have their own personal ministries, and they all promote the Bible and how important it is to read the Bible and to get into the Scripture and lead your life by the Bible and the Scripture.
Chuck hopes conference attendees will be excited by the day and will then go out and learn more about their faith. Here at Symphony Hall in Springfield, things are relatively quiet right now, but Chuck is expecting that the day of the conference, this area will be bustling with crowds of people celebrating the day and celebrating their faith. Reaching out to people is critical, Chuck believes, but he wasn't always so enthusiastic about his faith. In 1984, he had been away from the church for about 20 years when his father, a practicing Catholic, became very ill.
One day my sister called and said, gee, Dad always wanted us to go back to church because my father was a very devout Catholic and so on, very active in his church. So I said, okay. So it was a Sunday morning. We went over to our church and the pastor saw us, heard our confessions, gave us communion, and we left feeling pretty good. And we both went to my parents' home to be with my father, and he died 3 hours later. So I took that as a message.
The message was, stay involved in the life of the church. Chuck got back into the habit of going to church every week, but years later he found that just going to Mass weekly was not fulfilling enough. A couple of health scares also prompted him to get more active in his faith.
And I realized how precious life was, and I said, God must have something planned for me.
He has to plan carefully, serving as a busy grandfather while still practicing his faith and working towards his master's degree in theology at the College of Our Lady of the Elms in Chicopee. It was there, as he was taking a course last fall from Father Warren Savage, that his idea to have a conference began.
One day I was in class and I was complaining. Pretty much I was whining about the fact that there was no resources for me to learn about the Bible, to get into Bible study. Church wasn't offering it. Most churches weren't offering it. There was a need for it. People were starving for this type of information, and they wanted to get back into their faith. So Father Savage just cut me off right there. He says, he says, stop talking about it and do something about it.
The Year of Faith Conference is the result. The funds raised at the conference will be used to purchase Bible study programs that will then be given to each parish in the diocese. Reporting for Reel to Reel, this is Terry Hegarty.